and each circle is connected to the other circle through the internet. So it helped very well to develop the idea that we can't continue like that. Nothing was happening in the country. You can do anything. There is no hope in any field. People were very, very depressing. And then you start to make an action through the internet to the street.
Okay, just about that, watching from here, it seemed that there was two parts in the revolution. One part, such as the football fans, that physical defense the place, and the other part, such as students or bloggers that write about the revolution. Do these two souls exist in real, and which is the relationship between them?
I agree with you, but I want to add another group. I think there is main three groups. The first one is what I call the Human Rights Front, which is a group of people who are interested in human rights, or normal youth people who discover that they could be, after Khalid Saeed case, they discover that they themselves could be a victim of torturing. So you have this front, and you have the ultras, the fans of the football fans, and you have the Muslim Brotherhood youth. And I think those three groups are the main power of the revolution and what happened. And to your questions, yes, they are still exist. And I think if we are watching what is happening in Egypt in the last months, like the regime now, the authority now know that those three groups are the main issue. So they are trying to play with them, they are trying to divide them. And they are using several ways, like for example, they are trying to control the Muslim Brotherhood youth through their leaders. So the Muslim Brotherhood leaders are making deals with the military and with the regime. So they keep silent. Each Friday when there is a demonstration, they said, okay, we are not going to participate in this demonstration, but the youth go and participate. The fans also, the football fans, the ultras, also after the revolution, they are victim of police officer violence. Like every week at least there is a football match, and you hear and you see the picture about how the police arrest the ultras, and they fight each other, and the others, the bloggers and the Human Rights Front. There is a huge campaign in the government media against the human rights NGOs, and they are saying they are spying and they are taking money from outside, and they are spying and working for USA or whatever. So yeah, the groups still exist, but they are really in a hard corner these days.
Thank you. So the last question. In which ways the global crisis was important for the birth of the revolution, and how much will influence in the future?
The what?
The global crisis.
What do you mean?
Well,
the economic crisis?
Yeah, the situation of the economy and global crisis.
I don't think Egypt was affected that much by the global crisis, because actually the Egyptian economic is not related strongly with the European and the American economic. It's more related, for example, to the Gulf economics. Like for example, most of the money in Egypt is coming from real estate, and real estate in Egypt money is usually coming from Egyptian businessmen who are, most of them are corrupted or dealing with the regime, or from Gulf countries. So these two areas, they didn't really get affected by the global crisis. And actually, in some cases, like it was benefit for the Egypt, because usually what happened after this crisis, most of the international and the global companies who used to work in Europe and the States, they started to move to third world country like Egypt and India, because the salary of the workers there is cheap. So for example, a company for Vodafone or their call service are running from Egypt, and also many other technical companies, global company, after the economic crisis, they moved to Egypt, and because the salary of the workers there was cheaper, so it was better for them.
Okay. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you.